Okay, so looking at this question, we've had lots of questions like this in the past, but not with the 3 in front. So the 3 is what kind of shakes things up. But let's kind of review for a minute. Let's say that the 3 wasn't there. Where does cosine equal 1? And that would be right here at 0 degrees, right? At 0 degrees, cosine is equal to 1. But we have that 3 there, so that does change things quite a bit. Um, so what we do is whatever that value is right here, that's what you're going um, to expand your potential interval. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this by 3. And so our new interval that we're going to use is from 0 uh, to 1080. Okay. And so now you look for any ones that will work between 0 and 1080, but not including 1080, because 1080 actually would work, but since we have a parentheses, that one won't be included. So we know 0 would work, right? 0 would work. Um, we know that 360 would work. Oops. 360, and then we know 720 would work. And then, like I said, 1080 would, but the problem is because of the parentheses, that value is not included as part of our potential set. So you get this, and then what you do is you go back and divide them all by 3 now. So we ended up expanding our interval by a multiple of 3, and you get your answers, and you look at it from this perspective, right? You find which ones would make it equal 1. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and divide all these answers by 3, and they should fit our original question over here. So let's see. 0 divided by 3 is just 0. 360 divided by 3 is 120. And then 720 divided by 3, let's see, what is that? 240. And so now that's all within the original interval. That's all going to be the original interval of the question. And you can test this out by plugging them in. If you plug in 0, 3 times 0, 0, cosine of 0 is 1. If you plug in 120, you're plugging that in for theta. You multiply by 3, it's 360, which would still equal 1 because you do 1 revolution, and you'd be right here, and your cosine would still be at 0. I'm sorry, your cosine value would be at 1. And if you plug in 240 and multiply that by 3, you're going to get 720, which would just be another revolution around your unit circle. And once again, cosine would be equal to 1 right there. So I hope that kind of helps. That's kind of the strategy on these. Is what you see here is how you expand, or sometimes you actually have to condense your interval, and then you find the solutions for that, and you remove that value that's there. If it's a 3 or a 2, or it could even be a 1/2, you could be dividing instead, and you find all those solutions, and then you go back and whatever you multiplied or divided by, you'll do the opposite on those solutions that you had found. And that's kind of the best way to approach it. So check it out, and then if you want to send me a couple more of these, feel free. I'd be more than happy to work them out and send them back to you.